In this video, we're going to talk about how to put in all of your cabinetry, your appliances, and then your bathroom fixtures. So what you'll need is your balloon plan where you've got it all kind of labeled out there. You're going to need your template, a straight edge, a pencil, and your floor plan. So the first thing I want to point out is that all of your base cabinets in a kitchen are typically 24 inches deep, which means that they are 2 squares deep. So wherever you have cabinets, like the lower base cabinets that are 24 inches deep, like in a kitchen, you're going to make those 2 squares wide. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm bringing my cabinets all the way out to about here, because this is the wall between my kitchen and my mudroom. So I know that this whole area I want to have lower cabinets. And now I can start kind of fitting in things where they go. When you have lower cabinets like this, if you've got upper cabinets, you're going to be putting in a line or a dotted line to show that there's cabinets above. I'm going to put in my range and my pantry and all of that first before I kind of go through and decide kind of where these upper cabinets will go. So first I need to place everything, and then I'll put in my upper cabinets. So I know that I have a pantry. I had it slotted for about 24 inches, so I'm just going to kind of lightly draw a line here. Okay, so I've got my base cabinets here. I counted out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That gives me a good amount of space so that if someone is working on the island here, they can also, or someone else can be working kind of at this bank of cabinets, and it just allows for a good amount of flow between the two spaces. My island I'm going to have it's about 2 feet wide, and then it comes out a little bit here as an overhang. And that will fit my bank of cabinets underneath, and then a 1-foot overhang for the island for chairs to sit behind. So now I've got kind of a good amount of space here. It's time to start putting in my fixtures. Now here's what it would look like on the actual floor plan here. So you can see that there's a sink, there's the stove, the fridge, and the pantry cabinet. A lot of the templates have those, so I'm going to show you 2 different ones. This one has the size of a washer and dryer. This one has sizes of sinks. These are all different kind of sizes of sinks as well. These are typically bathroom sinks. You've got tub sizes. This is a standard toilet. That's what we'll be using for our toilet. And then you've got counters and doors and all that kind of stuff. Here we've got a refrigerator, and it has a couple of different like measurements for that. So they have counter depth and things like that. So what I would actually just look at is how big are the things that I'm putting in my house going to be. So I've got I think I have a 4-foot, 1, 2, 3, 4-foot pantry cabinet here. And then right next to that is actually going to be my fridge. Now, my fridge is about 3 feet wide. 1, 2, 3. And then I've got some space here. My range, space here, and then a pantry cabinet. So this is kind of the start of the layout of my kitchen. For my refrigerator, I would typically have it stick out a little bit because refrigerators are, even if they're counter depth, they still stick out just a bit. And then for my stove, I'm going to mark that it's a stove by actually putting burners on there. And if you've got these little circles here, that will help. And remember that 36 inches is a very large stove. You don't have to have that big of a stove. You can do a 30-inch stove, so instead of being 3 feet wide, it would be 2.5, so it would take up a little bit less space. And then this is a pantry cabinet, and instead of, I don't do anything with that except mark it as P-A-N-C-A-B. And every pantry cabinet that I have, I've got another one over here, P-A-N-C-A-B. That way I know what it is. Now for your sink, you get to decide how big it should be. Here is a pretty standard size. It is a little over, it's about 2.5 feet wide. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to count over 1, 2, and then I'm going to trace my sink. And I want some counter space around my sink because I want to be able to do dishes and not have to worry about it. And then for my dishwasher, it's 2 feet wide, and we mark dishwasher just by dotted lines and DW. So sink, you can put in 2 basins if you want to, if you've got any little rectangles here. And then that marks that here's a sink, dishwasher, fridge, stove. And then anytime there's upper cabinets, which this won't apply to the island, but it applies all the way along here, I've got upper cabinets, and they are going to be marked just by a dotted line going all the way across. All right, I've got cabinets here, which I'll put in, but I also have a fireplace. You're just going to draw that in the way that the symbol shows. So you're going to put in every single cabinet. And now I'm going to work on my bathroom. So over here I have a powder room. Your bathroom should be at least 3 feet wide in order to fit the toilet. You need at least 3 feet on either, or like to actually fit your toilet and have space for it. So wherever you're putting your toilet, make sure that you have at least 3 feet of kind of elbow room. And then you'll just go in, use your template to trace the toilet. There's a toilet. Then you get to decide what kind of sink you're putting in there. And I'm just putting in a little, maybe a corner sink. That would be fun. I'm just putting in a little sink because it's just a powder room. But if I wasn't, I would go in and I would put in either my bathtub or my shower. For your shower, it's going to be, so here's a bathtub, here's a double vanity. Each of them have sinks. Your double vanity has the counter depth, and then you've got a shower. Now the shower, unless it's a tub shower, the shower can be made as big as you want it to be. And then you'll mark that it's a shower by writing shower and putting a little X in there. So your shower will have a little X. Your washer and dryer will just be marked by these small squares. And you can label them like W and then D on there. Here's an example of what kind of that tub shower would look like. Toilet, sinks. And then your closet has hanging room. This is a walk-in closet. So you could put in all of your built-ins in there. You're making sure that your house has things like toilets, sinks, dishwasher, fridge, oven, stove, anything kind of that's going to be built in and attached to the house. That's what you're putting in on both levels. So you need to do this for every bathroom.